Hello, everybody. Welcome to Delve Requisite. Happy Tuesday. A couple of quick things before we get started. I hope you enjoyed Kids on Brooms that streamed just before this. I think episode 3 was tonight, which should have been the final piece of I guess what's semester 1 of the group. So I was not able to watch it as I was. I have to go back and watch them all at some point. As typically my Tuesdays are involved in prepping for this beforehand when Kids on Brooms has been streaming. But hopefully you enjoyed it. I don't know when the next episode is going to start airing. But episodes I guess what will be 4, 5, and 6. Are the ones that I was in. It did involve. I can't. There's a ridiculous hat involved, but I can't reach it from where I am right now. You may be noticing up at the top of the screen there the black window where Adam usually is. Adam will be joining us a little bit later tonight. He'll be here about an hour into the show. So like when we come back from break, he'll probably
second semester episode 1 is next week. From
second semester is episode 1. Okay, so stick around before our show next week for episode 1 of second semester, where I wear a hat and do a bad Australian accent.
Yeah, that's a hook. Come see me wear a hat.
Come see me wear a hat.
We're not desperate.
It'll be different from this hat. You may also be noticing that Jason does appear to be currently held hostage by some form of domestic terrorist.
Yeah, I'd give it that.
That's this is the best we can do. Jason is pseudo homeless. As
Tune
he
in
bought,
next week
I'm in my home. It's just not legal to live in.
He bought a whole ass house, and then proceeded to unhouse the entire thing. And
tune in next week when Jason builds the Mark I Iron Man armor from a box of scraps in the cave that he's currently in.
Yes. So Jason is doing his best to come to us live. We have some things in the works to hopefully mitigate some of our scheduling and semi homelessness issues. For the foreseeable future. And before we get launched into anything else, of course, I would like to give a shout out and a thank you to our sponsors, Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle. Little Dragon Corp are purveyors of. They're already on it in the chat. Little Dragon Corp, if you type !Little Dragon in the chat at any point during tonight's stream, you will be given a link to their website where you can go and you can buy dice, you can buy other tabletop games and accessories, and host a little fun things. And using our code PROBONUS at checkout, you receive a 10% discount on your order. You can also type !CCG to get a link to Cardboard Castle Games. They are a tabletop game store located out of Georgia. I couldn't remember if they were just over the border or if they were actually in Georgia. They are in Evans, Georgia. They are friends of the channel, friends of the show, and they are always up for giving us sweet stuff to give away. So in exchange, we agree to shamelessly shill them to our viewers. Yeah, go check them out. You can buy stuff from their website because stop buying things from Amazon. They don't need your money. Small businesses do. So go support Cardboard Castle Games for all of your tabletop and dicey and other assorted things type needs. Boy, I really hope they don't watch our show and see the quality of the advertisement that I provide for them, because they would be very upset with us. Okay, so all announcements aside, Moobot says our Extra Life is still up. So if you want to go donate to Extra Life, you can still do that apparently. But to jump back into the session, we rejoin the party deep within the woods in the Kingdom of Mythlanday, on the trail between the capital city of Niveria, where they are leaving and heading in the direction of the city of Terra Libra. They have been sidetracked by the plight of a group of local wood elves who call these forests home, who are greatly disturbed by outsiders of unknown origin and purpose coming through and chopping down trees that are sacred to the wood elves and to the fae of these woods, causing a great deal of disturbance and threatening the very existence of the wood elves' peaceful and safe existence inside these forests. After imploring the help of a group of pixies, as well as the aid of a dryad, the group has discovered that a competing trade organization, similar to the one that Walter works for, but a trade organization called Mavix Wells Overland, seems to be behind the desecration, the chopping down of these dryad trees. Thus far, they only have guesses as to what their end game is in doing this, but they have followed some clues that they believe have perhaps been mysteriously left by a druid that may be working with Mavix Wells, perhaps unwillingly. But they followed a series of clues that led them back to the very well-hidden camp of these individuals, which is what you see now on screen behind me. And after stealthily taking out a guard posted at the outside perimeter, if we zoom on in here, they took out a guard who had been posted here on the outside perimeter, using a combination of silence spells and just all of the arrows. Somebody's messaging me in Discord. Somebody's wife doesn't support something. I don't know what it is. Maybe murder. I did advertise that there was maybe going to be murdering in tonight's episode of Tabletop Legends. Maybe they support the show, but not the murder.
Maybe they support the murder, but not the show.
That's possible. Wouldn't that be a kicker if the message just said, "Hey, my wife wanted you to know that like your show is garbage, but we do support murder, so we'll watch only for the murder. We don't want to hear any character development."
XOXO, the Manson family.
So Brahm, using a unique ability and a unique item that he obtained, spirited off of the body of another member of his organization, the Brotherhood of Artanis, or his ex-organization, the Brotherhood of Artanis. Brahm, using his Mask of 1,000 Faces, assumed the identity via magical means of the guard that they slayed, and has gone into the camp and attempted to lure a few of the individuals in the camp back out so that the party could pick them off. He did discover while he was in the camp that there are close to about 30 individuals hidden inside this large, essentially butted up against a cliff face here. These massive brambles and overgrowth have been grown and essentially risen up to form a solid dome over this area. The top has conveniently been removed for you, the viewers, that you can see down into this, but from the player's perspective, the character's perspective, where it is not stone here, the entire outside of this area has been totally grown over with wild growth and thorny vines and brambles, protecting this camp from prying outside eyes and disguising it from those who would try and find it. Brahm delivered a message to several of the individuals inside, that there were a bunch of wood elves outside, he thought, and he wanted them to come out and investigate. So he has managed to peel 3 individuals off of the main group there. One, Marlowe Kepler, as he has been informed by the magical artifact that he wears here. We'll call this guy Marlowe Kepler. And 2, just sort of regular guards are coming with him. However, Kepler did send 1 additional man to go and report to the leader of the camp, a man by the name of Augustus Luft. So currently, Brahm is leading these 3 individuals towards the exit of this area, where Walter has a silence spell up and running in this region, prepared for them, while another individual has begun to make his way towards the camp leader, Augustus Luft, to tell him of the report of potential wood elf assailants outside their stronghold. So, I will turn it over to you guys.
Okay.
Up, and
first
away.
things first. The guy who is walking towards the chief.
Yeah, this guy.
Yes, he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. He rolls a. Well, it's a 6 on the die, so I don't think it matters what his modifier is.
Nope. Okay. I cast suggestion, and I essentially tell that guy, don't talk to the chief.
Okay, so how do you do this? We'll rewind a second here. We'll bring you guys back over here where you started your conversation. So, Marlowe here tells this guy, go and tell Luft. And you are going to suggestion him to say, don't do that. How do you do this? What is the... play this out for me on essentially how this goes. How are you going to pull this off without essentially these guys seeing you just magic this dude?
I'm going to say head towards the gate. I want to grab a few more. Well, I guess I could do this in my
character voices.
Oh wait, yeah. Wait, but I'll be right there in a second. I gotta get. I want to get 3 more crossbow bolts here. So I'll be right there in a second.
All right.
But I don't want them elves sneaking in.
Make a deception roll.
So many different tabs.
You still. I'll give you that. I'll give you that +5 still, as well as your sort of.
Okay, so that's a 30.
Magic. Okay. So Marlowe Kepler looks at you as you say this for a minute. He kind of glances, you up and down for just a half a second. He goes, "Right, be quick about it. Come on, boys." And these 3 guys turn and begin walking away.
Yeah, as soon as they're out of earshot, I'm gonna grab that guy by the shoulder and cast the spell and be like, "Oi, yeah, I don't want to end this up like last time, so don't tell the chief. We'll come back if there's a problem."
He goes, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
we don't want trouble.
All right.
Yeah. And he sort of looks at you, he's got this kind of glazed look in his eyes as your magic overwhelms him. And then he just sort of mills about.
Why don't you go have a drink or something?
He goes, yeah, a drink. Okay. And he kind of sort of just wander away from you. He's a little out of it.
Okay.
All right.
And then on that note, I will then move up and go in front of these guys. All right, I got my bolts. Let's do this.
All right, so you run to catch up and get ahead of them. They kind of step to the side. Says, Right, ready, boys. Crossbows up. We don't want any trouble. Remember, them elves is, well, real good at blending in. Keep a sharp eye out. And they are going to draw crossbows, and they kind of like take position behind you as you move into this sort of narrow passageway here. And Kepler says, "Right, you take point. Slow and steady now. Point out where you thought you saw him when we get to the front."
You got it.
All right. Can we smash cut while we were preparing?
Sure. So as
The
he's
outside.
Bromstead.
Drop
So,
Alright, so-
we go outside to where the rest of the party is lying in wait. Walter, you're currently concentrating on a silence spell, which is like here. I can draw a map thing for it. What's the radius of your?
It's a 20-foot radius, so it's a pretty big bubble.
And you're dropping it like basically here, because you don't want it to, how far in do you want this to extend?
I wanted it centered on the opening.
Centered on the opening. So, okay.
Silence. It's a 20-foot radius centered on the original opening. So like where that guy was.
So centered like here. So it'll extend basically. These are by the way, I should say these are 10-foot squares, just for your edification.
Sure. That's fine.
So like if you're centering it here, you're going 10, 20, 10, 20 like this. Basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. We'll drop a circle roughly there, and that is your zone of silence.
Sure. So as we're all preparing, I believe Alar is hiding in the woods. Min is also like blended in.
Alar and Min basically had SWAT team styled themselves on either side of like the stone. Yeah. So this is as close as I can get the minis, but they're basically like right up against this wall. Yeah.
So I'm going to do two things while we're waiting for Brom to come out.
Okay.
I'm going to wear the Dragon Cultist mask that we found.
Okay.
And hope that it's not magical and cursed. And then I'm going to disguise myself as cast disguise self and disguise myself as the elf leader we met previously.
Okay, so you put a dragon. Disguise self is not a concentration.
No,
okay.
Disguise self is a 1 hour at will shenanigans.
So you are disguising self as a female elven ranger, and you put the dragon mask on, which hopefully is not cursed. I do need you to make a Constitution save as you put that mask on.
All right.
Oh boy.
Should have known.
What do we got?
You should have just made the mask part of the minor illusion instead of putting the actual thing on your face.
Oh, yeah, it's a 7.
The mask, its previous owner, because of all the fire in the library when you were fighting them, its previous owner got very sweaty inside the mask, and it has not been cleaned out since you took it off his corpse. So it doesn't smell good, and you're slightly uncomfortable.
Okay.
That's it.
So okay.
I just wanted to make you make a roll.
Go crazy.
The point is I need to have a physical component to do this double disguise that I'm planning to do just in case things they see through my
You are a dragon masked elf lady currently.
So the mask isn't part of the elf lady disguise. That's a physical part. So I just look like the elf lady on the outside, but if they were to see past that, they would see that I have the dragon mask.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm also gonna hide in the trees.
Okay, yeah. Up in the trees or here?
Right behind, basically where I am, but behind a tree.
Yeah, you're
probably
hiding in a bush currently, essentially.
Yes. So and then we're just waiting for them to come out.
Alrighty. So Brahm, you are leading these guys forward. They take positions up behind you with crossbows.
Just before I enter the circle, I'll say like it was a little farther ahead up here, and I'm gonna fully book it and just keep going until I see my compatriots and hope those guys are behind me. Essentially, I want them to see me first, and then know that the dudes are right behind me.
Okay, so you kind of like light jog essentially.
Yeah,
to, like,
and I
get ahead
don't
of
want to
them?
be in the zone of silence
Sure.
too long.
So you kind of jog through. I am gonna have them.
Oh, they're all dead.
They all passed out. I'm gonna have them real quick.
Let me.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, let me. It's. They are deafened, so they would know that they're deafened.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm doing here, I just made a roll for them as like Brahm runs through, and then as they entered, I had them. I basically made like essentially a perception check for them, to see kind of, their reaction, how quickly do they sort of like come up on the uptake as they walk into this area that like something is wrong, which is pretty much immediately. So what I'm gonna do is we'll roll initiative. As soon as they like cross into this silence, you see Marlowe sort of like cocks his head and he looks sort of at Brahm's retreating feet, and then like you see him sort of like go like this. The other two behind him look a little confused, but all in silence, he sort of like glances back and then like shoves one of his compatriots into partial cover behind this, and then sort of like rolls into like a crouched position, taking a little bit of cover on the rock wall here. They don't seem to see you guys yet, but they definitely like as soon as they walk into this zone of silence cast, they clearly realize like something is wrong here. So instead of getting a full surprise round, it'll just kind of we'll go in a regular initiative order, and we'll see if they're able to like spot you guys. So go ahead and hit me with those initiatives.
12.
12. Walter.
15.
15. Brahm.
The natural 20 instead of +4 to my initiative, so 24.
Okay, 24. Nimir. I will roll for Alar real quick. His initiative is crap. His initiative is going to be crap because I did roll a 1 on the dice. I just don't know what his modifier is.
Didn't he have alert feat, or is that Muttley?
Doesn't alert just mean you can't be surprised?
No, it gives you like +7 initiative or some dumb nonsense.
I'll find out in a second. Just gotta look at his character sheet. His initiative is +3. So his initiative will be 4. Okay. And Mr. Kepler is a... Not much better. Okay. Alrighty. So you see these guys essentially hunker down immediately. realizing something is wrong, Kepler shoves one of the guards like into cover, and sort of drops himself into a position here as well. They haven't quite rallied themselves to like fully kind of figure out what the hell is happening. And Minimir, you are going to be the first to be able to react. You are currently here. So you are you see Brahm or the guard
Right.
who is Brahm come running out of here, but you don't see anything from in here yet.
Well, then I'm gonna have to hold my turn until they come out, because if I can't do anything, I don't want to give away my hiding spot just yet. So I'm gonna hold my action until line of sight.
Alrighty, so you can hold your action contingent on somebody coming out for you to see them. Got it. Next to react is going to be Brahm. Brahm, what are you doing as you are currently disguised still as the guard here? As you kind of like look over your shoulder, you see the three of these guys have stopped.
I will turn around, see that they're not following me, act very confused, and then move back towards them. And as soon as I hit the zone of truth,
Silence, you mean?
Right.
You confess all your secrets to them, but they can't hear
zone
it.
of silence. I will then. Actually, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to stand just outside of it, but act like I'm inside of it.
Okay.
And be like, and then like react like I guess I was just jogging so fast I didn't realize it the first time. So now I'm like, what do we do? Like, and then I like gesture like get out of there.
Cool. All right. Walter, what are you doing?
I'm going to try to help with Brahm's performance here. I'm going to come out of my hiding spot and walk up. The fuck? Huh. Anyway.
Just threw my
sorry.
D20 so far across the room. Hang on.
Yeah, no, sorry, there was some noises outside. So I'm gonna go up to Brahm and
Okay, I have a dice tray, but you would think that I have like a dice, one of those like things that you have in a batting cage where you like drop the thing into it and it fires out the other end. The amount of times I just cannot manage to get this thing in the dice tray and I launch it off at some angle is unbelievable. Okay.
So I'm gonna walk up to Brahm. I'm gonna grab him at the shoulder and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna lean in and say like angry looking, come with me, and try to spirit him away. I'm play fighting to pull him off.
Both of you can make a performance check. Oh, I have to move you, don't I? Yeah, because you're not tipped.
Performance.
Come on, nat 20. 24.
Very nice.
18 plus 6.
25.
Okay. The guards suck. And Marlowe Kepler sucks. So they definitely. Let me just check the. What is your spell save for your disguise?
I think it's 14.
Okay. So, in terms of this this performance of you burst out from the bushes here and you grab Brahm and start roughly trying to manhandle him as if you're about to drag him away. They react. Yeah. They react immediately. Crossbows come up, but they don't fire, and you can see in their faces what do we do? We don't want to shoot our, we don't want to shoot our compatriot. So they seem to be hesitating, but they seem very convinced by your performance.
Okay. So yeah, and I guess I will. I guess for the rest of it, I can't really. I guess I can't really move, huh? So I'll just wait and whatever.
You just it's essentially considered difficult terrain because you're dragging Brahm. So you could theoretically, if you wanted to, pull him back.
I guess I'll move him 5 feet back towards the woods.
Okay.
So because I think that's about as much. Yeah.
Okay. So on
Hopefully
the
that
10-foot squares, it doesn't look like much, but you're able to sort of start dragging him away. Okay. These two guys, they kind of like bumble into each other a little bit. One of them does sort of charge forward, and like moves out this way a little bit.
Shooting
Basically,
him.
like trying to get an angle on you. So yes, Minimir, you can take your shot. This guy hesitates and just like doesn't do anything. So the
16 to hit.
16 will definitely hit. Let's go ahead and roll your damage.
Totally grabbed the wrong dice. Hold, please. That is 8 points of damage.
Okay, so you release your drawn back arrow, and it like strikes this guy basically in the rib cage as he comes running out sideways to you and doesn't see you over there. He raises his crossbow just as you fire. Walter does a 17, I assume, hits you, right?
Yeah, my AC and my spell save are both 14.
14, okay. So he does, as Minimir, as you like let fly your arrow and it hits him, he like, audibly as he stepped like just a little bit outside of that zone of silence, he like, as he gets hit, but he does still like pull the trigger on the crossbow, as he's sort of unbalanced by your arrow a little bit, and you see it flies, and Walter, it like stabs itself into the sort of like the meat of your like the top of your pectoral muscle, and you take 5 points of piercing damage.
All right. And I'll make a con save for the concentration, which I have advantage on, so I'm going to do it twice. So the first one's a 17, so I'm not even going to bother doing it twice because that saves.
Okay.
So 5 points of damage.
And Minimir, you see this guy like turns and he sees you. Kind of off to the side there. Alrighty. So as this guy sort of rushes out, takes a shot here, but also gets like thunked with an arrow, and as Walter has revealed himself in disguise here, Kepler turns around and runs back this way. And you guys actually can hear him like around the zone of silence here, like coming from through the thick brambles. You hear the muffled sound immediately of him on the other side, like, "Intruders, we're under attack!"
Well, fuck.
That is his turn.
Yeah.
Well, there goes my brilliant plan.
It worked not bad, considering.
Considering that all those dudes are going to come out here running anyway.
It is Alar's turn. So Alar is going to take a shot at this guy as well.
Tune in next week when everybody dies and Brahm has to live his life pretending to be this guy forever.
Well, you're on the clock. You got about 40 minutes left of that
Yep,
guy.
and then I have to disguise self, and then I have to make wigs.
Okay, so Alar hits this guy. He does. That's a d20 for damage, which is not the right dice. He does 9 points of damage. Alar does max damage. This guy is sort of stumbling already from Minimir's arrow hitting him, and then Alar basically hits him in the side of the head with a short bow shot, and he just crumbles to the ground, extinguished. He sort of like hits the rock wall and next to him there, and kind of like slides down it, just like with 2 arrows sticking out of him. Which does bring us to the top of the order. So Minimir, you are up. You have seen one guy come running out, who you guys quickly dispatched, and That's all you see for now.
I'm gonna if we can hear what's his face going in and yelling, I'm not worried about being hidden so much anymore. So I'm gonna step over until I can see the guy that's still in the cone.
Okay. Yeah, he's got a little bit of
And
coverage.
the second I do,
yeah,
I'm still gonna.
But you can
shoot
absolutely
him.
take a shot at him.
That's 18 plus 9. So
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that definitely hits.
I have been rolling this dice the entire time I've been playing with you guys. It's the only one I roll. And that is 8 points of damage to him.
Okay, so he takes an arrow basically like right in the shoulder that's sticking out above that piece of rock that he's partially crouched behind, and you see him like in perfect silence go like, but he is still on his feet, at least for now. Brom, you are up.
So what exactly is happening with Walter here?
He's currently disguised as an elf.
Well, I get that,
like,
but why is he?
He's gonna drag you back as
I
to
was
try to.
trying to like bait them. I was trying to bait them out by like if you're being kidnapped and like spirited away into the woods, like maybe they'd run out, trying to like save you down. But
it sort of
we
worked.
can continue. We can continue the ruse, and we can like go a little bit further towards the woods, and like if you just use your movement, and then I don't know, like prepare to like murderate anybody that comes in. I don't know. The plan has gone awry. Okay. It took one round.
Plans always go awry. I don't know.
I'm going to shove Walter, seemingly with all my might, but a stage shove.
Okay.
Where it looks like I push a lot harder. I actually push, and then I'm gonna run over here to make it look like I got away.
Okay, so you sort of run towards the like arrowed body of the other guy there, but kind of away from him. Alrighty. Anything else that you want to do?
Let's see. Actually, can I get there to this guy?
No, these are 10-foot squares.
Okay.
So from here, you'd be able to go 10, 20, 30.
Actually, I don't. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah. So let me move towards that dude as far as I can get.
Okay.
So I guess I'll break it away from Walter and get.
Say you can get to about here. You're probably not going to fit in that spot, but we'll know you're here.
Yeah. The thing I was planning, I thought I wasn't gonna be able to do, but it's a touch spell, not a vocal spell. So.
Okay. Alrighty.
So does it have a verbal component, or is it only somatic?
No, it just says touch.
That's the range.
It should have a little VSM or.
Oh yeah, it is a verbal and somatic. Okay, well that doesn't work.
So so if you kind of like wink at me when you push, like you have a plan, I can just dismiss the silence spell.
Okay.
It doesn't cost an action to stop concentrating on something.
Okay, is that what we want to do? We want to get rid of silence?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, silence gone. Alrighty, and immediately as you dismiss that spell, you hear this guy like, "Oh, bloody shoulder! Oh!" As he got arrowed by Minimir. Okay, it is your turn, Walter. As Brom runs from.
All right. I am going to take a step into the bushes.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold an Eldritch Blast for anybody that's not Brom that comes into like sight.
Okay, you can see this guy from where you are. I don't know if that matters. He's got partial cover, but he is in sight of you.
Well, let me double check something because I think I might ignore partial cover. No, this is only reaction. So yeah, I'm going to
hold.
I can see him.
Yeah, he's like pseudo crouched behind that rock there, but he's within line of sight of where you're standing.
Is he within 60 feet?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet.
Great. He can make a DC 14 con save against frostbite.
He gets a 9. I don't think his con save is going to be good enough for that to matter, so he will fail. He gets frostbitten.
So he's going to get frostbitten 4. And playing on a small screen is very unfortunate. It's only 2d6, but it might be enough.
You know what?
What did we roll? 3 plus 3 is 6. So he gets 6 and has disadvantage on his next attack as he is frostbitten.
Okay. He takes 6 damage, you said?
Yeah. 6 cold damage.
He dead. He real dead. I did just realize I used one of the wrong guys. So we'll just replace that guy with that guy. Okay. Now the right amount of dudes have been killed. Alrighty. So you fire your frostbite into the opening over Brom's shoulder. It strikes into him, and he just like slams back from behind his cover, and you just hear the kind of like crunk foot of him hit the ground, and he's dead. Alrighty, both of those guys are out of the initiative at this point. Kepler turns around as the group, as he basically alerts the camp. He turns around. He sees Brom. He sees you, disguised as one of his compatriots, like sprinting towards him. And he takes. He runs back part of the way. Brings his crossbow up, and he goes, "Come on, hurry!" And he is like covering you, basically, giving you the opportunity to like run to him.
Okay.
That is his turn. Alar. What do you guys want to have Alar do? I'll let you guys make that decision. It's just sort of a tactical moment here.
He hasn't been seen yet.
He has not been seen. The only guy that would have maybe seen him is got hit in the side of the head with an arrow.
Yeah.
About 0.2 seconds later, so he's real dead.
So basically stealth archer tactics. They know I'm there because they saw me. But
at this
they don't necessarily know. They don't know how many other people are out there.
This guy. They don't. This guy. So what's his face here? He doesn't fit, but he's in this spot. Kepler probably sees Minimir as well at this point, but not Alar.
Gotcha. So I guess have. What do you guys think Alar would do right now? Would he like step in, shoot at Kepler, and then step back, or do you think he would hold?
He would probably
like I know he would go for ambush tactics. I'm just not sure which flavor.
I would say he would probably hold.
Okay, gonna have him hold an
Right,
action. So he'll shoot at anybody that comes out. All right.
Yep.
Alrighty. So at the end of Alar's turn, there, I need to make some more rolls here. So give me a second. Got to add some people to initiative. So we're going to add gonna add. Him. We're gonna add.
Oh boy.
Just getting ready for all the people to come out.
Yeah.
Good.
Ray, I have a plan.
I have one as well.
Okay. All right, top of the order. Min, you
Is
are
the plan
still
murder?
you are still first, Minamir.
Okay. No one has run up yet into my line of sight besides Kepler, or
you
whatever
can
we're
see
calling him.
Kepler, yeah. But that's the only
I'm-
person that has like made it over here yet.
I can hold an action, but I can't hold my movement, right?
Huh.
Can I just hold my entire turn?
I guess what's your plan? I'm inclined to let you do,
To do is-
what you want.
Right.
I just want to know what
So what I
your
want-
thought is.
To do is I would like for more people to be in line of fire.
Okay.
I want to go move in front of Brahm, and I can because I have 35 feet of movement.
Okay.
And I would shoot at all of them with one of my arrow spells, but I don't want Brahm to get caught in it because it can be kind of nasty. I'd want to be able to move in front of him, but not until all of them are. I can see more of them.
Based on the turn order here, that you can probably just say you hold your action to use that spell if more guys run into here, because Brahm will have ample opportunity to be somewhere else by the time that happens. Okay.
I want to move up a little bit just so I have a little bit more
Sure. Take a
sight, but I still want to kind of be hidden a little, like kind of almost like directly behind Brahm, so
Okay.
he isn't going to shoot me. Like I'm crouching low and I'm kind of using Brahm as unintentional cover, but I'm using it to my advantage because if he can duck and run out of my way when it's time, we're in good shape.
Okay, so we're gonna kind of you sort of line up behind Brahm there. Alrighty. So the next two people to move. So you guys hear a flurry of activity from within this encampment here, and as Kepler kind of ran in there and yelled like, "We're under attack! We're under attack!" You hear like a bunch of people start moving. One booming voice kind of echoes above the others through the trees, as you hear somebody call out, "Galvason, gets a druid, opens the cell's gate. Orville with me. The rest of you, positions now!"
And we can all hear that?
It's pretty loud. It's basically like all of this is prohibitive to you being able to see and pass through, but it's not blocking any sound. So as these guys start shouting, you can pretty much hear them from in there. So this guy is gonna dash 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Oh boy. Put him here. And the other buddy is this guy fell down.
No napping on the job, you lazy guard.
Not sure where I put the mini for the other guy. We'll get a new one for him. Objects, minis. For him, we will use, or her actually. Use this lovely. Use this lady. Okay. So this person is here. That's that. Next, this guy. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. He comes sprinting in this direction.
Adam's about ready to go, by the way.
Okay, yeah, my phone just
You
vibrated.
just texted.
What's his movement speed? Like, unusually fast, is he? I don't think so. Okay. Yeah, he dashes, and that'll be his turn. Brahm, it is your turn.
I'm gonna keep running this way.
Okay.
Are you dashing or?
Your regular move gets you like here.
Yeah. No.
So that's 30 feet, puts you there.
I'm there, but I can't put myself
Okay,
there.
that's fine. Yeah, we know where you are. Oh, well, that's good.
I'm dead.
You stumble haphazardly out of there.
There we
the
go.
part. Go ahead and make a. It's a deception check. Is the rules for that thing, right? As you come into line of sight of somebody else here.
I think so. I could double check if you want, or I could just make a deception check.
I think it was a deception check, and you get like a +5 to it.
28 plus 5. So.
Okay. All right. You run.
I do have a +10 to deception.
You sort of
so.
stumble your way back
Go
out
to
of
my
here,
whole thing.
and you come into line of sight. You see the large, like wide barrel-chested gentleman with that big, like curled mustache. He has grabbed a just an absolute like beast of a glaive, and is like sprinting in your direction. And in your mind, you hear the mask goes, Augustus Luft. Extremely dangerous with the glaive. This guy was very afraid of him. And Walter, that brings us to you.
All right, I'm going to, while I'm in the woods there, I'm going to cast message at Brahm.
Yep.
To say, Dimension Door the Druid, and we're getting out of here. Sorry, Dimension Door the Druid, and we'll regroup.
Okay.
And then that's so Brahm can respond. If he wants
you
to.
got it. In it.
I assume like in your head you probably don't have that guy's voice.
Yeah,
well, I assume
I did it on purpose.
Maybe Brahm's a method actor.
I did it on purpose.
Brahm is
a method actor.
Yeah. So
Brahm
and then
the
I
Daniel
will.
Day-Lewis of D&D over here. Okay. So you do that.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna stay behind. I'm gonna probably move about like 10 feet back into cover.
Alrighty.
A little bit more.
I guess it's
10,
probably better to be
20.
the Daniel Day-Lewis of D&D and not the Jared Leto of D&D.
That's true. 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So Brahm, you can sort of see, but like definitely hear the clank of, I guess not clank, sort of the shuffle of a whole bunch of dudes like running in various directions. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. As a bunch of these sort of these guys start like grabbing up their like swords and equipment real quick, and making a break in one of two directions. Some of them seem to be coming like right at you. Others seem to be running like towards the southern end of the camp. That is going to be all of their turn, as they're not really in a position to do anything to anybody at this point. That brings us to Kepler here. He moves up. He is gonna take a shot at Minimir over your head, Brom. Jesus. As my dice goes on the floor again. That is gonna be. It's a 16 to hit, Minimir. Does that hit you?
Nope, 17.
Okay, so this like heavy ka-chunk of the crossbow unloads, and you hear the bolt like whistles past like right over your shoulder, and as he misses you, Brom like he basically like reaches down and like grabs the scruff of your jacket, and he sees he misses as he's like missed the elf. He sort of like lets the crossbow fall to one side. He goes, "Damn it!" And he starts to like basically he's moving to like pull you to like throw you in his mind like into safety, into the cover back behind this rock wall into the camp. Though he's not able to actually do that currently. He's just sort of like grabbing onto you to like bustle you past to safety. The other two individuals, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. This woman comes up here. As this woman like comes running up behind Marlo Kepler as you are being like charged in here, she comes running up. She has a long sword, which she's like unsheathing. Your mask goes, Jan Orville, and down further, this guy, 10, 20, 30. This guy runs over here. This is sort of out of all of your guys' line of sight. 10, 20. Alrighty. What you do hear, all of you actually, you hear the like a bunch of like creaking of like plant growth from down the southern part of this encampment. As the vinage and foliage like creaks and shifts, and it is Alar's turn. What do you guys have an Alar do at this point? Still hold? So
here's my thought. Are we in a situation where we can take a break and he can jump in?
When we like drop to the end of this round of combat, I'm gonna send us to break. I basically want to have everybody who's currently in motion like get to where they're going, so that we're like when we hit the fresh round of combat, like we can roll from there.
He's probably also holding cover, or possibly move to cover and hold, move to better cover.
Alrighty. Okay, so he'll hold. And then the last to act here are these guys. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Similarly here, that guy. No, actually, no. Incorrect. It's not these guys that's currently moving. Put that back. It's these guys that are currently moving. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. This guy runs past you. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, as does this guy. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
If you dare crash on me, Discord, I'm watching you.
Oh, God. flipped one guy over the right way, and the other two flipped upside down. So these guys start sprinting for the now open exits. 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. That is those guys. So, as the second wave of these individuals in here begin to start running, that is where we will take a break, as we will return to the combat when we come back in a couple of minutes, with Adam here to actually run his character. Heck yeah. Alrighty, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes, basically as long as it takes me to drop Adam into this overlay, and we will continue our stream. Alrighty. Okay, I think we're good. Hey. Thank you for sticking with us during our break and during that dumb 2 minutes where I just had to move everybody's windows around. We return. The party is right in the middle of combat with an entire camp full of dudes currently working on the plan of don't get killed long enough for Brahm to find a druid and dimension door the hell out of here. So, we are at the top of the initiative order as we dive back into this here with Minimir.
How many of them can I see now?
You can now see...
From my view. See a good chunk.
A lot. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at least.
Okay. Because I am just enraged at all the crap they've been doing in my forest, I am going to move up.
Okay.
About half my movement. My movement's 35, so I want to just be able to get a little closer, so maybe I can see more of them.
Okay.
And then
here,
I'm going to...
it's still about the same 5.
But that's
1,
fine. I don't want to
2,
go too far in,
3,
because that
4,
would be
5,
total...
6. It's about 6 of them. Though Brahm is like kind of
Yeah.
tangled up with these two right here.
Yeah, well, we're gonna hope Brahm can duck. I'm
Okay.
going to shoot an arrow and use Conjure Barrage.
Okay.
Is a 60-foot cone. They need to all make dex saves of 13
Boy.
or better.
Alrighty.
But either way, they take damage. Either way, they take as much damage as I can
Sure.
now deal them.
Alright, so Brahm, make that save as well. I will roll for these guys. This is a group of these and these. Okay, so these guys get terribly.
20 not natural.
Okay, both groups of enemies fail. Oh, and
So,
that should... Okay, the Kepler succeeds, but all these like general guys fail. So go ahead. What's your damage?
So 22 damage for everyone who fails, 11 damage for who passes. It's 3d8. Really well.
Let's see.
And
Okay.
and Brahm saves, so he gets 11. Sorry, Brahm, but
11 points damage.
22 damage.
Does it count as a concentration spell for your face stealing, or is it just like you just have it for an hour?
I think it's just a habit. I don't think it's a concentration.
Okay. Yeah, because I know disguise
it's
self doesn't
it's a
require concentration.
feature, or it's a feature trait, not necessarily a spell.
How much
But
damage
I'm
was
right.
it again?
22 for everyone who doesn't save.
Alrighty.
Pretty sure you just murdered a bunch of guards, you murdering murderer.
That's
So,
exactly what I wanted to do.
Minimir.
And she didn't mind hitting Brahm because she's racist.
Minimir's
She
racist.
is selling the illusion.
Minimir's racist arrow.
Yeah, I'm shooting at
she's
you to
racist.
play the game.
Minimir's arrow.
Going
She
along
lets
with the
fly,
ruse.
and as it is released from the front of the bow, it streaks through this chasm and then basically just shatters into dozens of projectiles, which just absolutely hail into this onrushing group of guys. Brahm, your back is peppered with these projectiles. You see several of them strike Kepler as he is like trying to pull you out, and you just kind of like under his like arm as he's ahead of you, you see this onrushing line of these like camp guards basically just like mid-sprint just are like peppered with these, and their momentum carries them backwards, and they all just like flatten into the ground under this absolute hailstorm of projectiles that came flying down here, and they do not get back up.
And I want to use the rest of my movement to go back out. I wanted to come in to shoot them all, and then I'm running, half back.
All right, back away. Alrighty, that is Minimir's turn, which brings us to. Ooh, what the hell was that?
It's the Rock's turn.
Here. Okay. You hear this like curse as this hail of arrows basically just like rockets into this opening. This woman here, the one that was identified to you as Jan Orville, basically just like skids to a halt here, and like grabs the nearest guy and like drags him out of the opening here, like clear of the line of sight, as there's just like shouting and confusion from behind you as nobody really is quite sure what the hell just fired into this opening. They just begin trying to drag their felled compatriots out of harm's way. So that's all she's gonna do for her turn. Down here, where is he? Not already out, is he? Where the hell did that guy go? Oh, here he is. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay. That's their turn, and now this gentleman. You hear. The hell is out there! Move! 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 Clear the choke point! And he is going to charge in this direction. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Augustus Luft, glaive in hand, basically just barrels past you. He's not quite as far out as I'm going to have to place him, but he's not going to sit anywhere else. He's more like here. So the rest of you now see Augustus Luft for the first time. He is large and impending looking, and he has this very large, like, spear glaive weapon in his two hands, as he comes like running out in this direction. He basically like quick look left and right, sees the three of you, and he sort of like grits his teeth, and just goes like, "What is this?" And that's his turn. Brahm, you are up.
Okay. Where is he now?
Where's who? Luft?
Yeah.
He's here.
Oh, he's here.
Yeah, he passed
Okay.
you.
Oh, he's definitely within 60 feet, right?
Yeah, he's like 30-ish feet from you.
I'm gonna turn to this guy right here.
To Kepler.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's sort of like in the process of trying to like haul you back, and he goes, "Are you hit? Are you hit? Is it bad? Ah, fuck!"
I'm a little hit.
He like breaks an arrow off in his chest, and throws it on the ground.
I'm a little hit. I think that these elves are real racist.
Yeah, I thought these arrows had a racist twinge to them.
Yeah. This one definitely has a racial slur.
You can always tell when an
written
arrow's a
on it.
little racist. Ah.
They're kind of coming from everywhere. There's shit popping up all over the place. There's a lot of magic going on. And as I say that, I am gesturing at things.
Yeah.
And as I say that, I'm going to cast Cloud of Daggers directly where Luft is standing.
Okay.
At 4th level.
Alrighty. He makes a save, yeah?
Nope.
Oh,
There is no save, just daggers appear.
Okay.
So, let me roll some damage.
Make sure it's.
Oh, I could do it right on here. That's helpful. That would be 23 points of stab damage.
Enter the spell.
And then, like, as it appears, I go,
how much damage?
Christ! 23.
23. Okay.
Yo, Christ! There's more crap popping up! Do I need to roll a deception check, or is he thoroughly distracted?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna need the deception check on that one.
Okay. That's gonna be a 29, plus the 5 from earlier. So, I'm sure that's plenty enough.
Okay. I don't think you probably don't get the 5 on the.
Well, it's still a 29.
Okay.
Well, his insight
I
is
rolled a
plus
19.
15, so.
Ostensibly, there is a, because there is a specific vocal component, vocal and somatic component. Basically, you have to, you're like, how much of the chaos and deception are you able to hide the spell, in that? But that he doesn't seem to notice as he's sort of like looking out in that direction. This dagger tornado basically appears. And there is like a spray of red that just like hits the rocks in all directions. But sort of like within this vortex, you can see like Luft basically is like hunkering down, bleeding like everywhere, but he's just like gritting his teeth, still on his feet. Okay. Walter, you're up.
You're not gonna use your movement?
Oh yeah, Brom, are you doing anything else with your turn?
Yeah, I didn't move at all yet, right?
You did not. Nope.
So I'll move further into the camp, which is like there.
30 feet, okay. So you can see as you move
At
into
this
the
point,
camp,
we
you see
have
there's
not-
like a bunch of dudes running out the south part of this camp.
Yeah.
Okay. But we haven't, is there anybody who looks like a mage? Is it
Make
that guy?
make a perception check.
Uh, 14.
You do see over here, by this gate where all these guys are running, kind of standing to the side. He's got like a staff in one hand, and you can immediately see he is a wood elf. He's just like watching these guys run out this gate.
Well, I would know who he is, right?
You
Because
don't
the mask
know.
would tell me.
You don't know.
But I would know that's the
Oh,
mage.
yeah,
the mask
yeah.
would tell me.
That's true. As you spot him, the mask says in the back of your head, it says, "Wood elf is Silver Ember Main. That's the druid that they've been keeping here. He's been helping him out. Doesn't seem too happy about it."
Cool.
So,
Quick question. Can
Yeah.
Dimension Door be counterspelled?
Any spell can be counterspelled.
Okay, so I gotta stealthily Dimension Door this guy.
potentially.
So I'm pretty sure Dimension Door specifies a willing creature. You'd have to.
You do.
Yes.
You do have to convince him to come with you. As well as hopefully, nobody looks particularly spellcasty within this camp. Besides, like, this dude, the druid. So, fairly comfortable if you can, like, convince him to come with you. You probably don't have to worry about getting stopped.
Cool.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, now Walter.
Big dude's getting Eldritch Blasted twice and hopefully pushed back 20 feet into the choke point.
Alright, go ahead and roll the hit.
Well, you might want. I was gonna say you might want to leave him in the in the knife cloud.
Is the knife cloud centered and does it persist? I didn't realize. I thought it was a one
It
point
is
effect.
on him and it persists.
So it stays where it was placed.
That's not ideal. Is that a concentration?
Yes.
Okay.
So it won't be there forever. It's there now,
Right.
and I can't move it.
Okay, that's fine. So what we will do is I'm going to yell. I guess he can see me, huh?
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, if he ran through it,
I was.
can you Eldritch Blast him backwards through it again?
He hasn't run through it yet. You put it on him.
Oh.
He's like in it.
I thought he moved forward.
No, he hasn't gone since you dropped it on him.
Oh.
He's right
well,
before
that
you
was-
in the initiative. Or he's right after you. Yeah, he's right before you in the initiative. So he moved to that spot and then you put it on him.
When he moved forward, does that trigger Alar's reaction to shoot the first guy that runs through?
Is that what we had agreed that Alar was doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I
won't
know
take
what I
that
want to do.
damage.
I want to make sure we
Does
he will take the damage or no?
Yeah, on his next turn, he will take the damage because he'll start his turn in it.
What? 22
Okay.
you said?
Yeah.
Yes, 22 hits.
Okay. He takes 6 whole points of piercing damage.
Alright.
All right.
Hits him.
So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to chill touch. I'm going to witch slap him.
Okay. Will hit.
As soon as my tablet decides it's letting me roll. There we go.
Yeah, sometimes the rolling on D&D Beyond is slow.
I don't have the problem on my computer, but on this it is a 9. I assume does not hit.
No, a 9 will not hit.
Great. This is why I wanted Eldritch Blast, because I can do it twice. Okay, and I'm going to. The other phone. Used my action already. Yeah, I'm probably gonna move my full movement back into the woods.
Okay.
Like however much of the movement I have. Put some space between me and him.
Alright, so you run away. Just put you there for now. Okay.
Sure.
Alrighty. Then it is... Let's see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50... Actually, they are overly cautious of that choke point at this point, as like 7 dudes got mowed into oblivion. So they're gonna go this way. 20, 30, 60, 20, 30, 50, 60. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I thought there was a dude in the trees already here. What happened to him?
He got elfed.
20, 60.
Oh my god, is that a lamp that's been here this whole time?
Yeah, it's like hanging. It's supposed to be hanging from the top.
No, I meant in the house.
Oh.
I didn't think I had any lights here.
Oh.
So that's why I'm hanging a string
fine.
light.
Oh, yeah. There is
Yes.
there
I
is a
put
lamp.
that lamp there.
There's a lamp in the little cavern you're in.
Control lamp. Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, that's really why Adam was late. He was hiding lamps in your house.
Yep.
Hey, Lard!
I made my stealth check.
Adam Lard.
10, 20, 30, 40.
Be sure to watch the stream when it goes back up on YouTube. Watch it again as many times as you need to see Adam in the background of Jason's face cam. Just keep rewatching it. Sometimes you find
like,
I find
right
smashing that
here.
like button helps him appear. Sometimes you have to subscribe to see it, but it's there. Just keep watching it, and tell all your friends to look for it too and watch it.
Donations are nice as well.
Yeah, sometimes you have to PayPal us $15 for him to show up.
We have a we have a Patreon coming soon, where you can buy all of our, I don't know, whatever stuff you put on Patreon. We're gonna start an OnlyFans, which will exclusively be orc nipples.
Following that, tune in next week for Brahms OnlyFans.
No, it's OnlyFans, but we'll be showing off the fans that are in our house.
Yeah.
I've got a beautiful ceiling fan. I'll take a nice
Ceilings,
set.
fans, and orc nipples. No in between.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Whirling dervish of said.
That is all of those dudes' turns. Oh, this guy. Okay, he'll go here. Okay, these guys are gonna move up, but they're not going. They're not getting into that opening. Alrighty. Now, as this guy has already sort of done it, I guess she's gonna 10, 20, 30, 40. She's gonna sidestep
Into the
cloud.
daggers?
No, it's 10-foot square. She can go around it.
Oh.
A dash will take her. Where the hell did she start? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. She's gonna go this way towards Alar.
And die.
And yep, she trips on a rock, hits her head, and gets $1 Million Baby.
Yep.
She just breaks her neck and dies.
Smashes your face in.
I can't seem to move her.
Oh, I thought she fell through the earth for a second.
So she moves up there. That is her dash. This guy. Where's he?
Daggers.
20, 30, 40, 50, and 60 gets him there. Is this dude in line of sight of you guys yet? Not quite. Okay. That is their turn. Kepler, once you're past, likewise, he will follow her out. So he'll go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
They should have to make a dex save to avoid the knives.
No,
This is a swirling cloud of knives.
Yeah, but it's a 10-foot square. It's a 10-foot square, so they just sidestep it.
You'd have to hope that one of these guys didn't lace up their boots properly. Trips his face first into a cloud of knives.
Okay, so they both dash, but they get free of the choke point there. That is going to be their turn, and it brings us to Alar. So Alar, this woman has charged into your face with a longsword brandished at you.
Okay. Let's see.
You got anything that'll blow her backwards?
No, but I do have something that is going to make their lives a bit more miserable, all told. I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage, so move me back into the tree, and just after I get out of swinging range, these two squares, unfortunately, they're behind Luft because of it's a 20-foot. I might be able to get him. There might just be sufficient.
It's two 10-foot cubes on each side, so we should be able to get everybody that's in that center.
Yeah. So basically, the 4 squares. That one, yeah, right there. Web.
Okay. So Alar steps back and goes, and goop just.
Yes, the somatic component is.
Whip.
There you go. Flip. So flip. Bunch of. Did they have to make dex saves, or it's just difficult terrain for them?
They do make a dex save, or they are restrained.
Restrained.
The mark is 14.
Alrighty, let's see what's Luft's dex. Okay. Luft makes the save.
Okay, so he is not restrained.
Other two. Make dexterity save of. Okay. The other two fail. They are restrained by the web.
Okay.
So this lady and Kepler here are restrained.
Okay, so Luft is it is difficult terrain. So while he's moving through it, each creature that starts their turn in the web must make this save again.
Okay. Alrighty.
The failed save, they are restrained as long as they remain in the web or until they break free. Creatures restrained by the webs can use their action to make a strength check against the DC of 14. If they succeed, they're no longer restrained.
Okay.
Does web work when there's a cloud of daggers?
Yep,
Yes.
it doesn't say anything about fire. It only says something about fire. It doesn't say anything about anything else, so...
Cool.
Get F-loofed.
Okay. He's also about to take a whole bunch more damage.
These guys do this.
Oh,
Is
you...
that everybody? That is everybody. Alar, or Walter, rather. Some crossbow bolts are coming your way.
That sounds right.
Because you're the only one that they can actually see. A bit far for them. Okay. So one of them is a 13. No, one of them is an 11, and the other is 21.
The 21 hits, the 11 does not. I'm not concentrating on anything, so...
Walter, you will take...
Crunchify me, Captain.
9 points of piercing damage.
Oof, that's a lot harder than the other one.
That is all of those guys. Oh, actually, is there some of these in the trees over here that should be moving again? Let's see. No, I just moved those guys right. Okay. Oh, these guys should be moving. What's happening here? Why are these guys... Alright, this guy's gonna stay here. And this guy's gonna move to here. Alrighty. That is their turn. Which brings us to the top of the order with Minimir. So there are a bunch of people, goopy web in front of you. And a cloud of daggers currently slap chomping Augustus Luft.
I can hear his voice in my head, but I can't remember the lines.
Oh goodness.
If you back up, you can just
if
murder it.
I don't want to use the Conjure Barrage again yet. I want more people again. I'm just gonna step back to get a better range shot of the guy at the front.
Okay.
Take a regular.
All right. Take a shot at him.
Shooting at advantage.
You do have an advantage because he's restrained.
Oh wait, you're shooting at Luft?
Okay.
No, she's shooting at this guy.
Okay, I was gonna say
that guy.
Yeah.
I'm leaving Luft alone because he's getting daggered and I'm enjoying it. That's a 16 to hit.
16 against him, I believe hits. No, actually it does not. Plinks off of his armor.
Alright, just gonna stay where I'm at. I kind of want to be... Because I heard all the shouting, shifting in the camp, so I want to make sure...
Okay.
He's coming over the wall or through anything, Okay,
yeah, so you're just kind of keeping an eye on both sides here. These guys are not exactly being quiet. You can definitely hear a bunch of crashing through the underbrush coming up from that direction.
Yeah, but they're not close enough for anything.
No, they're
yet,
not.
So.
They're not. You don't see anybody yet. You got some time probably. Okay. So, for Webb, as it's these guys' turn, Are they repeating at the end of their turn for the restrained? How does the
So they can use their action to make a strength check.
Gotcha.
So that's, I thought, was it at the beginning or end of their turn they make the other save again?
Hang on, let me just double check.
Well, they're already webbed, so they need to use their action to strength check.
Yeah.
So Kepler gets a 17, and the other
He breaks
lady
free.
gets higher than that.
Okay, they both break free, but that's their action.
Yep. So he steps out. She also steps out. Okay, well, she's still slightly in it, but she's out for our purposes. And then down here... the hell is he? There he is. Minimir. A crossbow bolt whizzes past your ear again from, like, behind you. And you turn and you see a third individual wearing a set of split mail armor, but with, like, basically like a bucket helm covering his face. Basically, it's just, like, Terminator style, has, like, stomped out of the trees and just thunk, fired this heavy crossbow at you. Yeah. That is those guys' turn, which will bring us to this dude who is not doing anything at this point. And Luft. So, Brahm, go ahead and roll your cloud of damage. Yep, roll your cloud of
He
daggers
immediately
again.
takes 25 points of damage.
25 points of damage. Alrighty.
Okay, and he will have to make a dex save.
Yeah, so it is a save at the beginning of their turns to get out, right?
If they are still in there, yes.
He gets was it Dex, right?
Yes.
That is a 13 plus 5.
Damn. Okay.
So he's not
And
restrained?
he is not restrained.
Okay, is this
He'll
difficult
get-
terrain for him?
Yeah, he'll eat up 10 feet of movement to get out.
Okay, he is going to... Alright, he's going to reconsider what his
Well, it's a
original
10
plan
it's
was.
It's a 10-foot square, so he has to take up like 40 feet out of it.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
he's
then,
only...
yeah,
he's going to stay in it, but he is going to move... he's going to take a step, like, to you.
Of course he is.
Actually... Hang on. Okay, no, he only has a 5-foot reach. He's going to make 3 attacks against Alar.
Of course
So
he is.
basically, you see him, like, he gets, like, a second wave of, like, blended as this cloud of daggers, like, pulses. And more blood just, like, hits all the rocks and splatters into the leaves and the brush. And again, he, like, gah, grits his teeth and steps out. And he basically steps up to you and he goes, "What is the meaning of this? You're not one of the wood elves? Why are you here?" And begins, like, thrusting this spear in your direction. That is going to be let's see, the first one is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
The second one is 22 to hit.
That hits.
And the third one is a nat 1.
Okay.
So that
I
one will not hit.
will uncanny dodge. We'll call it the second one.
Okay. Then for the first damage, you're going to take 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And for the second, you will take half. So you'll take 6 points of piercing
Okay.
damage. Okay. That is all he's gonna do on his turn. He's like gritting his teeth at you, and you see he's got like a bunch of like blood in his mouth from where he's been like daggered a bunch. But he looks very much. He looks very much enraged, and on his feet.
Of course he is.
Though he has taken a pretty solid beating. That is his turn. Brahm, it is your turn. So you see Luft basically like pushes his way through your cloud of daggers clean to the other side, and keeps going, and then like steps out of your line of sight, and then you hear a bunch of like stabbing noises shortly after that.
Cool. A little bit of elvish cursing.
I am going to
Definitely not high-pitched squealing.
No, it's cursing.
I'm going to dash.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay, so you come running.
Essentially trying to get to this dude.
Alrighty. Okay. Walter, you are up.
All right, I'm going to reposition. I'm going to go 30 feet at a 45-degree diagonal. So the way your screen is oriented, it's up and to the left. To try to.
Which?
It's like 1, 2, 3 squares.
So like, you fall into oblivion
That is
and die?
the other. No. The other left.
Oh, what the hell? Where did your
Basically, like the way it's falling forever.
I got it.
Well, I was hoping you would Eldritch Blast him
so
back
into
the cloud of daggers.
I was there, and then so the way he's facing
let me face
towards the enemies. Okay, I'm going to go right 3 squares, like at a diagonal.
So like 1, 2,
1,
3.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm going to try to Eldritch Blast him back into the cloud of daggers.
Okay.
Or at least further away from further into the web, away from ALR.
Sure.
Oh, weird. Walter doesn't exist for me. Oh, there he is. He's off the table for me.
Sure. We'll say that can work. It's a little fuzzy on the like where exactly everything is based on these being 10-foot squares, but
yeah.
Why not?
So the first to hit for the first beam is a 19.
It does hit.
And then 10 feet back. Hopefully into the daggers. I think the daggers are like 10 feet behind him anyway.
Sure.
And the second to hit is, come on, nat 20. A 18 plus 6, so 24 to hit.
Both of those hit.
So I'm not gonna have him move the second time as long as he's like in the cloud of daggers.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna roll the 2d10. God, this takes forever. We're gonna do it on here.
Is web a concentration spell, by the way?
Oh, yes, I need to roll.
Yeah, go ahead.
That.
Make sure you roll that.
Sorry.
Come on.
So that is a 19. It would be half the damage or DC 10. I gotta roll again. That is a 15.
Okay, so you're fine.
Yep.
Alrighty. Anything else, Walter?
The total damage from Eldritch Blast is an 8 and a 9, so 17 points of force damage. As he's blasted, hopefully back into the Cloud of Daggers. I don't know if the Cloud of Daggers triggers on entry.
No.
When it enters for the first time?
It says enters for the first time, which he already had that happen. But he will start his turn there.
Okay.
Which means
so I have blasted him into the blender, and I was hoping to make him force another web save, but it's fine. I think I've done enough.
He will, because he'll start his turn in the web.
Yeah, but he's back. I mean, he was always in the web, so he's gonna have to.
Yeah.
Do it anyway. But
okay.
Yes, he will be in the web.
Yeah, so that's enough.
Alrighty.
I think that's enough. My turn.
Okay. So here's the bad news. These guys are here now. So, where is everybody standing? Based on positioning, I think Minimir is in the unfortunate position of taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crossbow shots.
How far away are they from Walter, roughly?
10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. The closest is about 120 from you.
Outstanding. Okay. That's fine.
So actually what we're going to have them do, I think... yeah,
Minimir is gonna...
They're going to go into range. So Minimir, you're going to get shot at 5 times here. That's going to be a clean miss. That's going to be a clean miss.
Survive.
That's going to be a clean miss. Oh, they're rolling terribly.
Get out of my forest.
Let's see. This is the hit here.
They're like shooting at the bushes they think are Minimir.
What's your AC again?
17.
Yeah, it's going to be a miss, and... that is 5 clean misses. So Minimir... there's like...
I win!
There's like a bunch of arrows just like in the ground all around your feet.
I was thinking she
me?
made all of them.
And you like you look to the trees over here, and there's these 5 guys with crossbows, and this first guy just like
yeah, about that.
So you get missed
How?
5 times.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Yay, I win. Does that mean I win the game? Let's go home.
Yeah.
You win a D&D. All right.
I win D&D. Okay.
Alrighty. So, that is gonna bring us to these guys. So Kepler is not in the thing here. So he's gonna step up. He's gonna make 2 longsword attacks and a short sword attack against you.
Against who?
Minimir.
Okay.
At me.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro.
Give me a second.
You were worried about the bullshit I was gonna pull, and you didn't think about the million arrows Nancy over here.
Give me 1 second, buddy.
Watch, all of my luck has run out. I already rolled a nat 20, and I avoided 5 shots, so now I'm screwed for the rest of the night.
It's fine. There's a reason I asked for range.
You?
Even if you,
Well, I'm glad you asked for range, because that tells me exactly what I want to do next.
You're like halfway between me. Sorry, I'm wandering. It's hot in here. It's starting to cool down, but like, try to stay on camera. I do like this lighting though. I mean, it hurts my eyes, but it's bright enough.
Okay. He hits you with his first longsword there. He misses with the second longsword, and he will hit you with a short sword. So Minimir, you are going to take 13 points of combination of slashing and piercing total from Kepler there, as he slashes at you with longsword and short sword in each hand. That is going to be his turn. Up here, this woman here, Alar, is going to do the same thing to you. Missing with the first longsword. 13 misses, right?
Yep.
And missing with the second longsword and the short sword. Does a 14 hit?
Right on the nose.
Okay, so the short sword will get you for 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay. 15 on the concentration save.
Okay, so you're fine. Alrighty. And then this guy 10, 20, 30, and then he will fire a crossbow at Minimir. Missing. he somehow misses Minimir, and you see him he goes, you just sort of from under the helmet, you're like, and he just throws the crossbow on the ground and pulls out his long sword and short sword. So that is that group's turn. Brahm, the druid here kind of turns and looks in your direction as you come running up. He has sort of a disdainful look on his face for everything that's going on currently. But otherwise he has no reaction.
Cool.
Which brings us to Alar.
Alright, I am going to disengage, so move me back 30.
Okay.
And is someone knocked prone when they're in the when they're hit by the Eldritch Blast?
No, it knocks them. It pushes them backwards. It's kind of like a shove, but not a prone shove.
Okay. Wait a minute. He's engaged. Never mind.
Who's engaged?
So I'm good.
This guy's engaged.
I'm gonna shoot Kepler.
Okay.
Or take a shot at him. Ooh. That's the time to roll it.
Nat 1.
That's a crit. Nope, nat 20.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna snipe him in the back of the head and.
Let's see. How much? What's my sneak attack damage? Just make sure.
That's a lot of damage.
He takes 50 points of damage.
Okay. He staggers forward. Actually, you know what? I forgot to mark down for him. He took damage from Minimir's thing earlier.
He saved too. He took 11, I believe.
Yes. But that's still enough that arrow does hit him in the back, and he does fall to the ground, dead.
Does he ragdoll and glitch through the ground and fly up into the sky?
Yeah, the arrow hits him and he just goes and then he rockets into the atmosphere and disappears. No, he does fall to the ground.
As I shoot him and he falls, I look at the woman as I back up.
Okay. Alrighty. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
I think that's plenty. Is Minimir's arrow barrage a cone or a line?
Cone.
It is a cone.
Nice. I almost thought we were going to hear the old fidget line. That looks like a line.
These guys aren't going to do anything.
That looks like a cone.
Oh, no shame.
Yeah, that's all those guys are going to do. That is their turn. Minimir, it is your turn again. So there is a bunch of dudes all rushing towards you.
Okay. The guy who is in the front.
Yeah.
How far is he's more feet from the guys behind him, right?
He's 20 feet from you. He's about... Yeah, he's about 30 feet in front of the other guys. 30 feet. And 20, yeah, they're about 30 feet behind him.
Okay, and the guys behind him, they all have bows and arrows, or are they melee weapon guys? Like what's...
They all have crossbows, but you do
attached
see
coming at me.
they have swords as well.
Okay. I'm going to, because I don't want them to get closer to us, I want to keep them back. I'm going to do the spike growth.
Okay.
A 20-foot radius. So I want to start with not the guy in front closest to me. I'm gonna skip him for now.
Okay.
Because I want to hurt the most I can in the back. And start with the first guy closest after him, and then 20 feet around there, to kind of block that little section out.
So, like this, basically.
Like centered on the one guy.
Yeah, 20 foot right there.
Okay.
And it's a 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet they travel in it, and if they start in it, they have to take the damage. So everyone who's in that right now is also going to take damage.
Alrighty. So remind me that on their turn. Oops. Remind me that on their turn. Alrighty. Anything else?
I'm going to back up kind of exactly where the camera is now, like back towards the edge of the table, kind of. I want to get a little bit farther away from each of the guys coming at me.
So like here-ish?
Yeah, maybe not that far. Maybe still on the green.
On here? Okay.
Yeah, because I don't want all of us to cluster either, because I don't know what else is coming out at us.
Okay.
I want to be able to get to some cover, maybe.
Sounds good. Hi. Oh, thank you. Olive has decided she wanted some Brussels sprouts that I have on my plate. That is... Okay, so that brings us to these guys here. Right? No. That brings us to... Oh yeah, that brings us to these guys here. Okay. Evolve. So a 14 with the longsword.
Yep.
Another 14 with the longsword, and 23 with the short sword.
We'll uncanny dodge the... Wait, it's a new round, right?
Yes.
Okay, then I will uncanny dodge. Yeah, we'll go with the second one again. And I will make my 3 concentration checks.
Okay, so you're going to take a total of...
I think for the concentrations, you need to know how they're broken down.
It's all going to be 10s, so it won't matter.
Okay. I make all 3, and what's the total damage?
16 points total damage.
Okay. I'm not looking great.
So she basically just, like, rends these 3 wounds into you. And as your blood, like, flings off of her sword onto the nearby tree, she goes... that is her turn. He is dead. And this guy...
Moving on up. Move on
Shit.
up.
Where was he? He was here, right?
I think so, yeah.
10, 20... Okay, so he'll get up to... He'll chase Minimir down. He's going to make 3 attacks against Minimir with his weapons. That is a 15... a 17...
Yes.
And 20 some odd. So 2 of them will hit you. You're going to take 13 points of combination of slashing and piercing damage. You just hear from, like, underneath this helmet, you just hear this, like, That is their turn. It is Luft's turn, who gets blendered again. Brom, roll that beautiful bean footage. How much damage does he take for cloud attackers?
That's gonna be another 26 points of damage.
Oh man!
And he's got to make the web check as well, because this is
Yep, he's back.
first time. He's back.
He's still not dead.
9,
right?
10, 11.
Matt's doing math.
Welcome to the blender, baby. You're gonna die.
It's a 14 on the dex check. Does that make it?
Just makes it.
Damn. He gets blendered again. He's oh god. And he actually backs. He starts backing away. He's gonna use his entire round action. And you hear him. He yells out. He goes, sort of like over the din of all of this fighting. He goes, "Fuck! Pull back! They're going to fire and retreat into the woods like cowards!" So he sort of like shuffles back here, limp, bleeding heavily. He says, "Force them to come to us!" And he backs away. That is his turn. Brahm, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna finish making my way to this guy.
Yep.
And I'm gonna quickly run up to him and say, I think we're absolutely fucked out here. Luft told me to get to you and tell me to get you out of here by any means necessary. So okay with you? You want to get the fuck out of here?
Make a deception check.
Oh, hell yeah. That
You
would be a
couldn't
natural
deception
20, making it a 13.
He sneers in your face, and he says, "I think you underestimate exactly who here is fucked and who isn't." He kind of like grins a little. He goes, "You and Luft and the rest of you can go to hell. I think I'll take my chances with the attackers." And he like spits on your boot.
Well,
Your disguise has backfired. It's so good.
Your disguise did backfire. He 100%
afraid.
believes you are one of these dudes.
Acting.
I am going to reach out and touch him on the shoulder and go, "No, I'm pretty sure I know who's fucked." And I'm going to cast Bestow Curse.
You touch this guy. You touch the druid.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. You bestow curse on him. What effect are you putting on him? Oh, let me see. Does he have to save?
Yeah, he's got to make a save.
What is the save?
I believe it's a wisdom save.
Well, he rolls an 8, so I don't think it's gonna matter.
Okay,
what kind of
good.
save it is. I'm not sure where
So
his
I'm
wisdom
guessing
on
it
is.
at, guessing it at 3rd level. So I'm gonna do the good old has to make wisdom saving throws, or he does nothing on his turn.
Okay. So you see this like magic rushes over him, and he has like a half a second where he looks confused until he's like, "Oh. And all right. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I was 100% hoping he would be like, "Okay," and then I'd be like, "Sounds like consent to me," and then just dimension going the fuck out of there.
Alrighty, Walter, you are up.
All right, let me see. What do we got going on here? We have a angry lady with a sword that's way too close to Alar. She's gonna
Alar, very
go
much.
20 feet back if I'm lucky.
Roll the hit.
Can an unconscious creature be willing?
Yes, they cannot save.
So I could theoretically
Knockout.
Maybe.
knock him out and Dimension Door out of here.
I mean-
Technically speaking.
what is your to hits?
So the first is a 13.
Okay. That does not hit.
Okay. As I'm sorry. This is taking so long to roll the dice. Does a 14
Also,
hit?
the cloud of
No.
daggers disappears, by the way,
Okay. God daggers is gone.
because I cast another.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so a 14 does not hit.
No. So 2 Eldritch Blasts
Alright.
whiz past her.
I'm gonna go 30 feet closer to Minimar.
Okay.
Yep, and that's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. That is Walter. Alrighty. So these guys, go ahead and roll that damage for the spike growth.
That is 7 points of damage for every 5 feet they travel in it.
Okay. So they all take. This guy. They just like run out of it. They just like back off like this. This guy does not make it. He basically gets like cut to ribbons trying to escape. The rest of these guys get thrashed pretty bad, but they do manage to like back out of it. And they begin to they basically like spread out.
Flank out.
But they are going to continue to fire crossbows in your guys' direction. So 2 of these are going to shoot at Walter, and 2 at Minimir here. So Minimir, oh my god, one of them hit you.
Damn it.
Oh my god, one of them crit you. Okay.
Oh,
You have been hit twice. You are going to take a total of
well, how the
15 points of
turntables.
15 points of piercing damage as the turntables have turned.
That's
and
fun.
Walter, that is a 16 and a 20. Both of which I assume hits, so Walter will take 10 points of piercing damage.
Yes. If it was a 19, I was going to do something, but unfortunately it was a 20 for the second hit, so... 10 points of total piercing damage.
Yes.
Cool.
And then... these guys, as instructed, will back up. These guys... 50, 20, 30, 40. Move there. Neither of them can actually do anything this round. 10, 20, 30, 40. They'll kind of take up some positions there. Okay. It is the Druid's turn. So he's got to make a wisdom save, yeah? What's your save there, Brom?
I believe it's a 15.
Okay, I actually do have to look that up.
Yeah,
no,
it's
he
15.
still fails. He does nothing. He just sort of like, he like looks at you and he's, what? But he's sort
Can
of
I?
like,
I can. Speaking is a free action, right? So I can say
Mhm.
something right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna speak to this whole collection of dudes right here.
Yeah.
And say, "Oi! He's pointy eyes trying to turn on us! Quick, subdue him!"
Okay. You say that, they like quick turn and they look at him and they see him like standing there like this, and they're all kind of like, "What? Huh?"
Told me that we can all go fuck ourselves, including.
He's turning into Michael Caine a little bit there.
What's the point of all those push-ups if you can't even lift a bloody log?
And cancel.
Alrighty. Okay.
That's it. He's Michael Caine now.
Drew's turn. Alar, you are up.
All right. Can't take another barrage and a series of attacks from her, so I am going to disengage.
Yep.
So move me back 30, and at this point, I am gonna dash away. I need range.
Okay. So you like break for it.
Yep.
All right. So you're somewhere the hell over here.
Yep. And
He was a druid the size of a tangerine.
Boy. Okay.
some
Alar
druids just
breaks
wanna
for
watch
it.
the word. Crap.
So you've moved some odd distance. You've moved like 100 and
I've moved
something.
90 feet.
90 feet.
Yeah, 30 feet for the disengage,
And
and
then
then
60,
60 for the dash.
Okay. So you're between
Still
trees
holding
and
on?
stuff. You're probably out of her line of sight.
Yep.
So that's fine.
Still hanging on to that web, but bleeding profusely.
These guys. 30, 30, 30. Keep forgetting that two guys can be in a space. 10, 20, 30. These guys are going to take 2 shots at Minimir and 1 at Walter. 2 clean misses on Minimir and Walter. That is a 21 for
it just hits.
for 6 points of piercing damage. That is those guys' turn. Minimir, top of the order, is your turn.
Want to run back, like getting a range again, getting away from all of them. Head towards Walter.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast
make an attack of opportunity against you as you back up.
He has disadvantage. I have escape the horde, so
Ooh,
attacks
okay.
of
Well, that's good, 'cause
opportunity
his
get
first roll was
disadvantage.
like a 20 something. So his roll at disadvantage is a 3. He misses.
Aha. Okay. And so I have a 35-foot speed. So I'm just
Okay.
gonna go right up next
back
to
up.
Walter.
Alrighty.
Gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself,
Alrighty.
cause ouchie. And thank God, I got an 8 on that, so I get 13 points back with my modifier.
Okay. Alrighty. Anything else?
To what I know about my forest, and they said that the Druid helping was like me. Still not sure because I don't have visual if exactly what they are. I'm gonna yell out in Elvish. Don't fight us. Just come to us. Get there, because I have no idea what Brom's doing. So
Sure.
I'm just trying to potential elf to elf, you know.
Alright.
Yell out.
Sounds good.
Does Brahm speak Elvish?
Nope.
Of course he doesn't.
So the rest of the party
Common and Orcish.
minus the rest of the party understands what she just yelled out. So
Well,
That's
more importantly, the
exciting.
Just
druid
hears me
probably
yelling. He
understands
probably
her.
assumes something.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
point she was making.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you do that. Which
Figured
means
no
I
one
can
in
bring up
there
some
would
of these
understand
guys.
me. So.
The woman here who is hacking it at Alar, like turns, considering going back, but seeing that that web kind of still is blocking her path there. She's going to go after Walter. As is this guy is going to come after Min. You have a movement speed of 35, right? So he can just get into range. Alright, so, Walter. 11 to hit.
11 does not hit.
Less than 11 to hit. And 19 to hit.
The 19 will hit.
Okay.
Which I'm hoping is the offhand weapon.
It is the offhand weapon. It does. You take 6 points of piercing damage from the short sword. Minimir. 19 to hit. 18 to hit. And a 20 to hit. So I think you hit 3 times there.
Yes. So glad I did cure wounds, otherwise I'd be in trouble right about now.
You take 20 points of damage.
Holy crap. Okay. This is
guy-
fun.
Basically, under his helm, you just hear this guy like. Alrighty. Luft, for his part in here, he turns around 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Brahm, you hear Luft, like, coming, running in this direction. And you hear him basically yelling, seemingly to the druid. He's basically yelling, "When the men pull back inside, close the vine gate again." And that is his turn.
This dimension door may have to be used for other purposes.
And it is Brahm's turn.
Blink twice for consent.
I am going to get real close and well, not fall over, but get real close to the druid, and like whisper to him. I'm like, if you want to just get out of here and not have to deal with any of this anymore, I can do that for you.
Make a persuasion roll.
Trust me.
With advantage, because he heard Minimir. He's very confused and he's cursed. But Minimir has shouted to him in Elvish. And he
That'd be a
did
24.
24? Okay. And he did,
Without-
you
I'll
used
roll
magic
again
on
to see
him,
if-
which has, like, convinced
see if
him,
it's any
like,
higher.
you're some weird guy that's not the guy that he thought maybe you were. So he sort of, like, blinks as he's sort of looking at you, through the haze that this curse is, like, pulling at his mind, essentially. But he focuses his attention enough to go, as he nods at you. He gets out a bag of chips and he starts crinkling it.
Sorry, Alar got a little hungry. Yeah, he's hiding out in the woods.
Okay, and at that point, Brahm is going to cast GTFO and Dimension Door
500 feet in any direction.
the hell 500 feet towards the direction of the tree that we were at before, thinking we might need to protect it.
Okay, so you go 500 feet.
So Brahm
You
and the
basically
druid
go
are now
five-
half a mile away,
10th of a mile.
You go
10 to a mile away.
You go 500 feet, like, straight this way.
Yeah, it's boop, gone.
Gone. So here, we'll put you guys over here on this corner of the table.
Just before we go, I yell out at the top of my lungs, "Let's get the hell out of here!" And then I dimension door and we're gone.
So you scream this, all of the like the guards and Luft and all them like turn and look at you, and there's this utter confusion on their
And
face.
I flip them off as we
you
disappear, by the way.
as you grab the druid by the shoulder, and like this like two-dimensional like tear in the fabric of reality opens behind you, and you just like step into it. Middle finger, the last thing to disappear into reality.
You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal plays.
So Braun basically just goes like, "Peace out, bitches," and then he just goes. Whoop.
Yeah, and then leans into the dimension door.
All right, so you are gone. Your dimension door out of there. Walter, it is your turn. You just heard that from Brahm.
Well, I guess nothing to do it but to do it, and unfortunately, I don't have the option to disengage like a rogue does. So I'm gonna look at the woman in front of me, and it's like you think being close is safe, and I'm gonna use Vampiric Touch.
Okay.
To try to attack her. Come on, let me get a crit. I swear to God. Why? Why are you being suspenseful? Come on, it's fucking 11.
Nope, not enough.
God
So
damn
you
it.
think being close is safe, and you like reach out, and she just goes like.
It's like, eh.
He like misses and like vaguely grazes her boob, and she's like, "What the fuck? Excuse me."
Right, and then I'm gonna like risk the attack of opportunity and just like run away towards Alar.
Walter's about getting me tooed up in this bitch.
Oh man.
Talk about a real vampiric touch.
Does a 16 hit?
It would, but I'm using shield.
Okay. So you start to
until
run.
Until my next turn, I have a 19 AC.
Okay, you're running which way? Towards Alar?
Towards Alar, yeah.
Is it? Okay.
We're just gonna go around the other way.
You're in 30 feet towards Alar. And she's like she's momentarily you like.
My shield manifests itself as awkwardness.
You've confused her so much that she's like a half second delayed with her counterattack. And she's like, what? And then she like lashes with that short sword, and you like throw up the shield, and there's like a skittering of sparks as the short sword hits the shield, and you get clear from her as you run.
I'm gonna yell, like let's go, and in the vague direction of Minimir.
Okay. Minimir. Oh boy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Where's Minimir? Minimir has also backed up, right? I'm gonna give. I'm just gonna give these two shots at Minimir. Everybody else is, as she's like further away, is probably not gonna take the shot, as there's like too much crap in the way. Was your AC is a 17, Minimir? I didn't hear anything, but yes, I assume it is.
Yes.
Okay. You do get hit by one of the crossbow bolts. For 5 points of damage. Okay. Druid is with Brahm. Alar, it is your turn.
Let's see. Do I have a shot at what's her name?
Probably.
Okay. She's not engaged, but I want to try and discourage pursuit.
Sure. I'm gonna give her
Sorry, I broke off the engagement.
A little bit of extra, like a little bit of extra cover, essentially from like the tree cover, as you are like 90 feet from her.
Okay. That's a short post, so that will be. I have to fire at disadvantage. Ooh. Okay. 22?
Yes, that hits.
Okay. Yay. She takes 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Just sort of like staggers back, just a hair's breadth, as the arrow kind of like
And
just gets
Alar's
through her splint armor.
Alar is going to attempt deception. He's rolling 16. He's going to start shouting in a couple of different voices and octaves in Elvish.
Okay.
Minimir and Walter understand. He's saying, "Move to the left. You two, move up. Yes, sir."
Okay.
That sort of thing.
All right. That was a 16, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You're able to do that as you continue to back up. Okay. At this point, where are they? These guys will pursue 10, 20, 30. And they're going to continue to take like covering fire. As they're trying to like get the sense after Luft like told everybody like get back inside, they're trying to get these two to like back the hell up and like come back inside. They're gonna take a couple of shots at Minimir. That's gonna be 3 clean misses on Minimir. So like arrows just continue to like pelt through the underbrush in your direction, Minimir, but nobody makes contact with you.
Okay.
Which will bring us to you. Top of the order. It's your turn.
Okay. Okay, I want to math this really quick. If I were to, after Walter and them, like past her, so I can get like a range shot on her. It's all the other guys behind them, out of my, like, really far away, right? How many feet would they all be?
They are currently, the closest guy to you is currently 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 feet away.
Okay, that ruins my fun. Alright, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna run, like I said, and again, they get disadvantage on the attack.
Which way are you running?
Towards Walter and them. I'm
Okay.
following the guys out.
I mean, ostensibly, like this guy will attack you. Ostensibly, you can go around her so that you don't invoke from her. So he'll make an attack.
Yeah, and
which
finish with escape the port.
He rolls a natural 20 and a natural 1. So he
Okay,
basically
good.
he lunges as you start to go. And
Move.
swings and just hits empty air behind you, and his longsword buries itself into the ground, and you kind of see him have to struggle to pull it back out as you are able to 10. You're just dashing.
Yeah,
10,
I'm just going as far as I can.
30,
I just don't want Walter to be between me and them.
67.
It's the only thing. I don't want to go that far.
So you're not gonna.
Yeah.
You're just gonna go.
I'm in front of Walter, kind
10,
of. Yeah,
20.
or
So you don't
right
even need-
next to him, so that
You actually
yeah.
don't even need to dash to get there. You can still take an action.
then I
at
won't
this
dash.
point.
Yeah. And then I'm going to shoot and do Conjure Barrage again.
All right. So on these two.
Yes, I am. Yes, 'cause that's all I can reach in the 60-foot cone.
Okay. She fails. He gets a. He gets a 16.
Okay, so he'll take half
I'll
damage.
take half. Okay.
And yes, and they both are damaged, correct? She's been hurt.
She's a
he's
little
been hurt.
bit. He has not been hit yet.
That's fine, as long as they're below max HP. So
They are
this
below
is why I
max.
took this.
She is below max HP. He is not.
Okay, that's fine. He's still gonna get ouchied from
So
this.
she'll be below HP.
Okay, so. Oh, thank God. Okay, so that is 16 points of damage. Wait, hold on. Sorry, it's 16 points for whoever is at HP, and whoever is below max HP, they take 21 points of damage, because I also have Colossus Slayer, so anyone that is below max HP also takes additional damage.
Okay, and it's 16 you said for the other one?
16 for whoever is at max HP, and 21 for who is below max
but
HP.
he still takes half because he did save. So he'll take
Yes.
a little bit less. He'll take 8. Okay, so again, this barrage of bolts just like peppers into them. You see the woman in the front here kind of like staggers backwards, trying to cover her face as best she can, as the sort of like arrow carpet of projectiles like hits the ground here. You see both of them are still on their feet. But they definitely look a little timid about continuing to like give chase. Or at least she does. You can't really tell the guy in the back because he's got that helmet on. Okay. Anything else?
Is it a bonus action to take a healing potion?
It is a our house rules is that to like administer one to yourself, we do as a bonus action. So you can give yourself a bonus action.
Okay.
Healing potion.
And how many? What is a regular healing potion?
D4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2? Okay. So I get 7 points back, which is better than nothing at this point.
Alrighty.
Okay, that's it.
It is their turn. This guy stomp continues to come at you, but she sort of turns and like puts a hand out as he like comes up, and you just see her like she shakes her head, and the two of them like keeping their eyes on you guys begin to back up, and they both like take cover behind behind a tree here, and like try and hide themselves as best they can out of your line of sight. Wish I could move one of them as well. So with the end of their turn, is anybody doing anything besides like running at this point?
Once I see them, break for it, I'm gonna join them. Of the two of them, who actually, as Walter gets close, I'm gonna slap a hand on him and cast invisibility.
Okay.
Because I know he's the least stealth. He's less stealthy than Minimir and I are.
Yeah. Works for me.
Deleted the ground. Okay. So then at this point, basically, if you guys are...
the web will disappear as soon as I cast invisibility.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
And spike growth will, I'm just gonna drop it.
Yep.
As we're running.
So, as you guys break and on Luft's orders, and after having taken some casualties here, these guys do not give chase. They kind of retreat back into their space here. Eventually these guys will go back in as well, and you guys basically just run, kind of pell-mell. You flee through the forest until you get safely far enough away that you're pretty sure you haven't been followed, and you are out of combat.
We'll make a large circle around and head back.
Yeah.
Probably head back towards the first tree we ran at, because I think that makes the most sense, because it's the path we took to get here.
Yeah.
You're one that you had like set a bunch of defenses at?
Yes.
Where the pixies are guarding.
Okay, yeah.
I assume that Brahm
went that way.
Set up any sort of rendezvous. I assume that's where Brahm would attempt to head.
Okay. Well, then, as you guys make your way, having safely retrieved, you've retrieved the Druid, for better or for worse, from the clutches of this group of individuals. Although there are still quite a few of them in these woods. and you have yet to really learn their motives. But armed now with a liberated druid, we will leave off tonight's session and rejoin next time as you guys reconvene and continue your investigation into this. So thank you guys for joining me tonight.
Who says you can't steal a whole person?
Stole a whole guy. Thank you everybody who joined us at home and watched along with us. Thank you, of course, as always, to our sponsors, Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle. And be sure to subscribe here, Proficiency Bonus. Check out all of our other various shows. And of course, go find us, specifically the Delve Requisite gang, on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is Unstoppable Pigeon. We have all of our D&D content on there, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff that we make that I highly recommend because we put a lot of work into it. So, by God, I hope somebody watches it.
Please watch our stuff.
Please. Anyway, thus concludes the desperate begging portion of tonight's episode, and I will bid you all a good night, and I will see you right here next Tuesday.